Hello everyone, welcome to yet another video of daily market analysis from Alpha CQ. So let's get started with our discussion. So what we are seeing on screen is a Nifty daily chart. So you can see that we had a strong up bar today, up candle today. That means we had a good nice upward movement today. But again, the question is, as we discussed in our previous videos, how far can we trust this up move is the biggest question. This up move can be because of some sellers exhaustion. We saw prices scaling lower, and efforts put by the sellers are getting reduced day by day. So they are not able to scale lower prices. So that can be the reason to see this kind of up move here. So can we really trust this is the questions. So let's see. So far, if we look at a bigger picture, we are still trading within this consolidation. So there's nothing much happening on daily charts with Nifty. So let's see what profile charts has today. Yeah, this is what we are seeing is a Nifty profile chart. So you can see that we opened within previous day zone itself, around previous day's low. But initially there was good interest from buyers actually. So we had nice price cover from initial part of the day itself. But later again we saw some exhaustion from buyers. Like they were really not interested to scale higher prices. That led to some downside move. I cannot say this as a downside move. There was some sideways move happening. But again, later part of the day, we saw buyers getting in around this 17,950 zones and doing aggressively buying. So this led to some higher price around closing as well. We also targeted this week highs, which were around somewhere around 18,100 zones. So that is what happened today in Nifty. Compared to Bank Nifty, Nifty was much stronger today actually. So from initial part of the day itself, buyers were in control of the action in Nifty. So what are the references which we need to look for our next trading session? So yeah, we have certainly tagged this swing high now. So this may not have much of importance. Yeah, this high will be important now. So this high, this swing high around, let me mark the zone. This swing high around 18,250 may be important now. So what we can do is we can just draw a line here. Yeah, this zone. So what can happen is, since we have seen this sideways movement from past 3 days, one more thing you can observe here is we are trading within the range of 13th January. So yeah, that is one observation what we can make here. So what might happen is, if we start accepting above this zone like 18,100 zone, then that can be sign of probability of test of 18,250 very quickly, because this 3 days you can see that we are making higher lows actually. So that means sellers strength is getting low as we go on. Like sellers are not doing that great job in taking prices lower. So we can one subtle observation what we can make is we are making higher lows actually. So what can happen is this sideways development can turn out to be some sort of buying happening by retail buyers or higher time frame buyers, and this development will confirm that probability, and we can test 18,250 zones quickly. So just keep an eye on these two references. One is 18,100 on the upside. Any acceptance above this zone can open up test of 18,250 zones. That was to the upside. So if you look to the downside, what can happen is, today you can see that there was clear kind of normal distribution day forming. So this thing is very important today. 18,050 zones will be very crucial for buyers, or else if we start accepting below 18,050 tomorrow, that can again create some doubts in minds of buyers, because even after putting so much of efforts, they are not able to scale higher prices. So that is not good sign for buyers actually. Again, not to forget that we are trading near the swing lows, which are previous area of demand. We saw prices coming in here most of the time and not scaling lower. So more time we test this zone around 17,800, the more weaker it will get. Not to forget the biggest context on that terms. So yeah, this zone, keep an eye on 18,050 zones, 18,050 to 18,020 zones. If at all you see prices accepting below that zone, then you might think of creating a short position for a intraday perspective to test of this 17,900 and also 17,850 zones. Yeah, that was for the Nifty profile chart. So let's get into the. Let's also see what 5 minutes chart have today. So you can see that initially there was some nice price coverage to upside in this manner. So later part we also came down below we were, but there was no aggressive selling kind of thing happening. Later we saw this upside move happening. So yeah, the overall you can see that this is happening within this range itself. So what we are doing is we are just moving sideways, doing nothing. So you feel that looking at this kind of up move, you feel that there can be aggressive short covering or aggressive buying happening, which can take prices higher. But what happens later is we start moving sideways and we also come to some extent down and then again see prices going up. So looking at all this development, it is very clear that people are not clear on the direction of market yet. That might be because of event like budget which we are heading towards. So that can also be one of the major reason. So yeah, till we get directional clarity, it is better to avoid or trade with less quantities. So yeah, you can see here we are trading within sideways zone. You can see there was some volume attachment here and also here. Again, this volume can act as some sort of support if we are coming back there. So if at all we start accepting below that, then as we discussed on the profile charts, lower prices can open up. So that was on 5 minutes chart. So let's get into the Bank Nifty chart. So again, you can see here we have two consolidations happening. This is bigger consolidation which we have discussed in our previous video, somewhere between 41,500 and 43,700 zones. You can also observe within the bigger consolidation we have this smaller consolidation. From like on this day to till date we are trading sideways. So we are moving sideways, not making much, but the volatility within the range is very high. Like you can see very big candles happening there, confusing traders. One day we come down and next day we again go up and next day again we come down. So this kind of development occurs when there is lack of clarity on the direction of the market. So people tend to caught up on the wrong sides most of the time while this is happening. So yeah, what are the references which we'll need to look for any direction movement? This high somewhere around 42,850 to 900 zones. That is swing high. What we are talking about. Just look out for those references. We need to get out of this smaller consolidation before making any kind of directional movement. So just keep an eye on this 42,900 and this 42,800 zones on this time frame at least. So yeah, that was from the daily chart. So let's see what profile charts tell us. So again, profile chart, you can clearly see that we are trading within a range now. So this is the range which we are trading within. So there is a lot of volatility. One day the prices covered downside very swiftly. Next day again we go up, and this day you come down, and this day you start trading sideways, and then on you are trading full sideways. So there is lot of confusion in the market happening. There is no direction, conviction, or there is no effort from sellers and buyers equal amount where they can see some results for their efforts. So yeah, again compared to Nifty, Bank Nifty was much weaker today. Actually, Nifty was very strong from the day opening, but Bank Nifty you can also see in the initial thing we tested below previous day low, but again in the later part of the day we saw some selling coming in, testing towards this lows. So yeah, Bank Nifty was much weaker today. Actually, we did not have much of conviction by buyers today. So yeah, that is what happened. We saw some sideways move happening, then some swift downside move again around closing prices closing around the morning trading zone. This is what is happening now. So yeah, what are the zones which we need to be aware of for next coming trading sessions? Obviously this high will be important, 42,500 zones. I'll tell you why this high is important when we go to 5 minutes chart. So yeah, once we start finding acceptance 42,500, then we might target this high, swing high, also this high, somewhere around 42,800 to 42,800 to 42,900 zones. Just keep eye on this high because this is important. I'll tell you why this is important. So if you are looking for a long trade or market develops for a long trade, then certainly we need to see prices accepting around 42,500 to 42,600 zones. That will be indication of testing towards much higher prices towards 42,800 to 42,900 zones. Coming to what are the opportunities to the short side, again, if you are trading within this day, I think there will be not much of trading opportunities actually. It is advisable, like it will be safe if we wait for prices to start accept below this consolidation. So that can give you good short opportunities as well. What you can do is you can create a bearish debit spreads or buy a naked put option. So all those things can happen when we start prices trading below 41,800 zones. Just wait for opportunities to develop. So just because we want to trade, we cannot jump into random trades and get caught ourselves on the wrong side. So that is what I feel looking at the profile charts. So let's get into the 5 minutes chart now. So you can see there was a huge swing from low to day high kind of thing today in Banknifty. So there is a lot of volume attached here, everything. So I told you this high is very important. Why this high is important around 42,500 zone is we got rejected exactly from VWAP, last trading's VWAP, yesterday's VWAP. In our previous videos also we have mentioned that whenever you get some nice trending days, then VWAP of that day is very important because that is the average price where some activity has happened. So you can see that this VWAP exactly we have rejected, or prices stalling going higher from exactly that level itself. So you can see fall what is happening after that rejection. So yeah, again, even though we have tested this VWAP, I feel it is still valid because we have not seen prices accepting above that zone. So yeah, that is a one reference which you need to look for. Look for 42,500 zones. Acceptance above this can open up a test of higher prices as we discussed on the profile charts. So where can we go? We can target this HVN around 42,650 to 700, and then this high 42,800 zones. Yeah, same zones which we discussed on our profile charts as well. So just keep an eye on this 42,500 zones. Wait for market to develop there. Look how buyers are doing there. Then commit yourself to long trades if at all buyers are looking strong. So yeah, that is for 5 minutes chart what we are seeing. As we discussed, staying short is bit confusing now because overall trend is moving sideways. There is some strength coming in from the lower end of the day. All these things are happening. For short positions, yeah, as we discussed, it is better if we wait for price to accept below 41,800 and then take a short trade towards 41,600 zones. Yeah, that was for today's market analysis and also trade plan for tomorrow, that is 18th of January. Hope this discussion will help you in your trading decisions. Thank you.